Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Beyond the Sewing Room. I'm Diane. So today I thought I'd share with you making my lampshade. So I shared in one of my previous videos that I bought this lampshade making kit. So I've seen these before and I promised myself one before Christmas and I finally bought one. So this is it, and it's for a 30cm lampshade. I'm going to have this on the lamp in my living room, and you can have it either as a ceiling one or for a table lamp, depending on which way round you do it. So I'm going to have mine for the table lamp, and I have my fabric. So this is my fabric, rather wild and bold. I'm hoping that's going to look great with the light shining through it. Now we have to get the fabric really flat apparently, so it's got to be really well pressed with no creases in, and then I need to make sure that I don't end up with any threads on the inside. So I'm going to take this out and have a look, and then I'm going to press my fabric and we're going to get started. So you don't get a lot in here. My husband had a look and said you don't get very much, but then it's only £12. That's all I paid for it, and I don't think that's bad, because you may have some fabric lying around that you haven't used that you want to use for this, or you might want to match it to your curtains or something. So maybe you've made curtains and then you want everything to match exactly, so that would be great for that. So at only £12 I don't think this is bad at all. I got mine from Happy Hair, which is a craft and fabric shop in Chapeltown, Sheffield. So I can't get into the box now. Let's have a look. Oh, here we are. So what you actually get, I'm going to hold it up so you can see. So we get this, which is what we apply our fabric to. We get this little tool, and this is for sort of tucking in your fabric around the frame. Now the lady in the shop did actually tell me that she uses a gift card to do this, because she finds this doesn't work really well, but I'm going to try it and see, and then if not I will use her method. And then we've got the two parts, look, this one and this one, two parts of the frame, some instructions and some tape which I appear to have dropped on the floor. Now after crawling all over the floor looking for that tape, it was actually tucked in the side of the top of that when I lifted it up. So you've got double-sided tape. So it says what's in the box. So just a sheet of instructions like this, and it's self-adhesive PVC panel, utility ring 1, utility ring 2, double-sided tape, finishing tool, and then you have to supply the covering of your choice, a flat working area and a sharp knife or scissors. So first of all we have to cut down the covering to a workable size and place face down and position the panel on top of that. So I need to give that a really good press first of all to get rid of any creases and make sure there's no threads in the way. So I'm going to do that first of all. So I've ironed this out, look. So actually you don't actually need that much fabric, it's just because I've chose a directional one that needs to go this way with the stag's head. That's why I had to buy a metre. So if you were choosing a non-directional print, or one that could go either way really, you could get away with a lot less fabric. It needs to be the other way up. I'm doing it on the ironing board because I'm just thinking it's just right size really. I hope it's flat enough. And I'm hoping that I can use this selvage as a guide to make sure I get my print straight. So you need to place that face down, the plastic, on here and not get any creases. That's what I'm most worried about really. Great, I managed to get a dog hair on mine already. So that was the first fail, let's try again. Yeah, I would imagine this is much easier if you haven't got like a definite image like I have. that needs to be spot on, because I've got to get it exactly straight, otherwise you're going to have your stags going up at sort of an angle. That's what it looks like. Oh, moving. Now I've got to trim it all the way around, so you've got to trim it close to this edge, and hopefully I won't get lots of loose threads hanging. So you can do this with a knife, but I'd always rather use scissors, but I have to be careful I don't get it really jaggedy. Now we have to snap back this creased edge. And then once we've done that, we're going to release that PVC, so we have to sort of snip into it and then just release the PVC away from the fabric, and we need to do that on both sides. Right, so once you've creased it, if you just snip one end, I've used some old scissors because I don't want to be ruining my new scissors on this PVC. It does just peel once you've creased it. It just peels away, so you don't have to sort of try and score it all the way along. Right, I've got to try and roll the two together now. I think this is going to be near impossible, but I'm going to go and get them and have a go. Oh my word, how am I supposed to keep this straight? Ah! No! It's this first bit that's the hardest. Oh, it gets better once you get started. So I wasn't thrilled with the join on the inside, so I've put another piece of that double-sided tape down there and put a piece of my own thin narrow ribbon down it just to finish it off. I'm now going to take it in the other room and tuck all these bits in. Hopefully they'll go in neatly. So this pointy bit is to tuck the bits of fabric under that bit of tape that you've put round. It says if it gets too blunt, you can cut it with scissors. Ah, got a thread there, get rid of that, otherwise that'll be showing. Right, I'm finding what works better than the tool or a gift card is my thumbnail. Now, I've got quite a long thumbnail. Some of you might have got acrylics on or something like that. If they're not too long, maybe that'll work. If they're too long, they'll probably get caught. But yeah, I'm finding I can just tuck it under with my thumb and adhere it to the tape, and that's working much better. You need to sort of pull it round as well as you go to make sure that it's flat on the other side. And if I've got any like bits of thread hanging down, I'm just getting rid of those. So I'm finding that works well, so maybe try that. There it is. Let's go and try it on the lamp. There it is on. I love it. Turn the lamp off so you can see it more clearly. It's actually a shame that this lamp's in the corner now. Might have to find a better place for it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm sort of wondering if you could maybe just use the existing frames that you've already got, but it wasn't expensive at £12, so it's probably not worth messing about. But if you are really struggling to afford £12 for a kit, you could take apart one that you've already got. But then I suppose buying the plastic that goes in between may cost you just as much. So yeah, I didn't think it was bad, and like I say, you don't have to spend a lot on the fabric if you don't want to. You could use something, or maybe you do embroidery and you want to do something like that on the outside of some plain fabric. Maybe that would work. If you're interested in the fabric that I bought, it is by Tula Pink, so it's got a number of things written on the side here. Let's have a look. Free Spirit presents Tiny Beasts by Tula Pink, and it's PWTP 178 Deer John. That might help you if you're looking for this particular fabric. I'm sure if you just went and searched for it on Tula Pink fabrics with deer or stag's heads or whatever on them, you would find it. But that bit of information might help you. I will put that in the description, just those words that are on here. and that might help you search for it better. So I got mine, as I said, from Happy Hair, Chapeltown, Sheffield. They do have a website, I will also link that below, and they sell the shade and the fabric, a huge range of fabrics as well. Craft cottons, loads of gorgeous prints to choose from there if that's not your thing and you want something different. So please do take a look. And yeah, I really enjoyed making it. A little bit tense in places with the dog hairs. Yeah, a little tip for you. If you have a dog, like I do, you completely forget that dog hairs get absolutely everywhere. And I'd placed the fabric down on the bed just for a minute. And my little dog, he doesn't really shed much, but he's black, so they're really tiny. You don't really tend to see them. Not like when I had my Jack Russells and the hair was just everywhere. But he'd been sat on the bed and I'd not noticed that the back of the fabric, you couldn't see it until I stuck the plastic on. And then there was lots of little tiny ones, so I had to peel it back off and scrape those off and get a piece of tape and just go over it. So yeah, just be careful. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope to be back soon with more sewing or making related content for you. Bye for now.